to you all. I hope that everyone is doing well. I hope that you're feeling well. Listen, listen, listen. What a wonderful day to be alive. What a wonderful day to be with you all this morning. Welcome to Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DMP Speaks. If this is your first time, let me properly introduce myself. My name is David M. Payson, but I go by the name of DMP Speaks. I'm an empowerment speaker. I'm a board certified Christian counselor, but I'm also a family restoration specialist, family coach, which means I come to rebuild your family dynamic. I do these every morning, Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there are times that I will come on Sundays. I kind of changed up a little bit. I'm not going to come on every Sunday morning, but might be alive. Or might be something else that I do, something special on particular Sundays. But it is usually Monday through Friday and on Saturday. So let's get into this. What I want to talk about, like yesterday, we talked about how it really is important that fathers show affection to their children. I want to talk about why fathers are so important in the home. Fathers are so important in the home. I can't even give you all things of why, but I'm going to give you a few. I'm talking from research, but I'm also talking from my own experience. You are able to really develop or help develop the family, not just the child or the children, but to really develop the family. When you have a strong man in the home, so hear me out. I'm not saying that the mothers that have been holding it down, they're not. I'm not saying that. I'm more focused today on the brothers, the fathers. When you have a strong father in the home that not only just is the breadwinner, because we know that dynamic has changed because we have our sisters, we have strong women out here that are doing it all, taking care of the family, also working full time, or it's in the entrepreneurship lane and market, also, executive, right? But I'm saying about the fathers, so I'm making this very plain today. Fathers are needed in the home, and not just in the home, but in the family. They are needed. So I'm talking to my brothers today. I'm talking to the uncles. I'm talking to the father figures. I'm talking to the I don't like to say stepfathers. I like to say bonus fathers. I'm more than a stepfather. I am a father. You know what I mean? I'm a full-fledged father because of the time and effort that I put in. I'm talking to you guys because I want to encourage you. You are so needed. You are so needed and you're so valued. I feel like sometimes fathers are devalued at times because they don't get enough of credit. I know you might say, well, they're not there, they're not helping, but let's turn that around. Let's stop bashing the fathers that are not there, and let's start encouraging them to be there. So what I want to do this morning, I want to tell you, you set the tone for how far your family goes. I'll say it again. You set the bar for how far your family goes. I set the bar in my household of how far we go. That's naturally, that's financially, that is emotionally, and that's spiritually. I set the tone. And I'm going to be honest, I had to learn that. Now, I had a great example from my father. God bless him. God bless the dead. But I had to take what he has given me and make it my own. A lot of you had what I had, and a lot of you didn't have the greatest example. Maybe you didn't have the father in the home. Maybe you didn't have the father figure in the home or the stepfather on this. Maybe you didn't have uncle. And you just had mama, you just had grandma. Kudos to you, blessings. I know that deep down inside of you, man, that you wish you had a man in your life to help build certain things that a man is able to build while you're young. I want to say this. Not only do you stabilize the home in those areas, you stabilize the home in the community too. You stabilize that child to be able to go out into the world and to have confidence in themselves because daddy is there to set the tone. Daddy is there to make sure that you have everything you need in this world. Because that's what I believe fathers do. Fathers do certain things that other people just can't do. There's a certain love that we give out. There's a certain energy that we possess that we give out. When you are not involved at home, when you're not involved in your family's life, when you're not involved in your children's life, they suffer. You know why? Because a lot of them are trying to find their identity, and they're finding their identity in the wrong things, in the wrong crowd, in the wrong association. They want to know who they are. They want to know where they come from. There's a lot of fatherless children out here, a lot of fatherless teens running wild because they don't have anybody to teach them. They don't have anybody to set them straight, right? Why you think a lot of our young boys are selling drugs, stealing, doing whatever they want to do? Because they don't have no stability. Because they don't have a man to tell them right from wrong. Hear me clear. Hear me clear. I'm not taking anything away from you, sisters. I'm not taking anything away from you, moms, grandmoms. But having the father in the home makes a huge difference. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get in trouble, and that's fine. And I don't come to offend. But they need that father so that they can develop into a man. I was able to learn what it took to run a house. I'll say it again, to run a house, not as a dictator, but loving father and priest of the house. My father led with strong hand, but that hand was gentle. But when it needed to be heavy, he that's how he ran his house. But he loved God. I've never heard him ever talk out of lanes. They argue. He never called my mother a name out of her name. He never put his hand on her, right? He supplied his time and his effort. He set the tone in the household with prayer. He set the tone in the household on how to take care of the bills. He set the tone in the household for spiritual growth, taking us to church, and not just taking us to church, being involved in the services, being involved in developing other leaders, other deacons, and being a community leader. He would have never called himself a community leader, but he was a community leader. With my mother's family, my father, his family, right? Children that I grew up with, young people that I grew up with in my church and my pastor's other church, they loved him. So when he passed away, I had so many people coming up to me and they said, your father really helped develop me. And I said, he did? It's like, yes, because he was always so caring. He was so caring. So I learned so much how to care for other people's children, other people's families. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? This is why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I had a good example. And I get it. Everybody didn't have the example that I had. So that's why I'm always extra grateful for my father. But what I'm saying to you, fathers, you might not have had the best example, but that doesn't mean that you can't make your own. That doesn't mean that you can't make your own household to be what it should be for your own family. So I'm encouraging you today. You are important. You are so important into the development and to the future of your family. You are that rock. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not. You are that rock in that family. But sometimes we got to step up. Remember, this is all positivity this morning. Sometimes you just got to step up to the plate and take your rightful place. I'm going to say that again. Step up to the plate and take your rightful place. I'm going to say that again. Step up to the plate and take your rightful place. This is your rightful place to be in your family. Your children should never be neglected from you. I don't care if you don't get along with the mother or not, because we don't do the baby mama stuff on this show. Your child's mother, your children's mother. If you don't get along with her, you need to find a way to get along. I know it's hard, but you got to find a way to get along with that mother on behalf of your children. On behalf of your children. You have to be able to do this because your children need your voice. Your children need to see your face at their games. They need to see you. I don't care if you live 2 hours away or 2 states away. They need to see your face. They need to feel you. They need to touch you. I hugged my father. I've kissed my father on the cheek. Because why? I'm going to tell you why. Because not only was my father, my father was one of my good friends, my best friends. And I'm not ashamed of saying that. My father would go in my room. I could remember. Oh, man. Sometimes it's hard to talk about him sometimes because I miss my father. My father was 94 when he passed away. And he's been gone now 3 years. So even though I'm grown, it's still hard, right? But it's helping me, and I'm hoping I'm helping you. And I remember he used to come in my room. He said, "Dave," I'd be like, "Yes, sir. You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, I'm good." "Why you ask?" He said, "I'm just glad that you're my son." "Okay, Dad." And at that time, I didn't really make a huge deal out of it, but I said, "Man, I'm so grateful to have my father in my life because I know I have friends that don't have their father in their lives." And I don't know how, I'll be honest, I don't know how I would have turned out if my father wasn't there, because I remember him going outside. I remember him doing the yard, cleaning the yard, and working on the cars. And but my father would cook. I know that's not a norm for guys at that time, but my father would cook. He wouldn't wash the clothes, but he would cook. He would clean the house up. You know what I mean? He would help me get ready. He would take my sister to school. He would take me to school. He would do a lot of things in the house. So he wouldn't just do the manly things and just do the yard work and work on the cars. He did other things. He prayed. He poured into us. That's why my self-esteem, my confidence. He showed me how to dress. He showed me how to wear suits and feel confident and love myself. That's what you can do for your children. That's what you can do for your son. Why am I spending so much time talking about this morning? Because it's important. It's a needed conversation. And I'm going to bring it to my podcast. I'm going to bring it to the radio show. I'm going to be doing some other lives on YouTube because you guys are so needed. I'll say it again. You guys are so needed. Don't feel like you're not. From my heart, I wish some of you men just knew how much your child loves you. I'm a challenge, and I'm done. I'm going to challenge everyone. If your father is still alive, stepfather, however you want to call it, bonus father, if he's still alive, I want you to call him today and just tell him, I appreciate you and I love you. Just as simply put, and I promise you, his reaction is going to shock you. Because sometimes we don't do that enough. We don't tell our fathers, our father figures, our mentors, I appreciate you and I love you. I appreciate everything that you do. And I promise you, I used to tell my father all the time, thank you. Thank you for what you've given me. If I had a chance right now, if he was alive, I'll be calling him this morning. Dad, I don't want nothing. I just want to tell you thank you. So I'm saying the brothers that's already doing it, thank you. But the brothers that are having some difficulties, thank you, because I'm thanking you for your change today. I'm thanking you because you're going to make a change for your family. So I want to say this, brothers, if you feel like you need some help, listen, I'm not in the business of competing. I don't have time for competition. I have too many families to help. I'm not here to embarrass you. I'm not here to make you feel bad at all. I'm here to help you bring your family back together. I'm a bridge gapper. I'm a bridge between you, your child's mother, and your children. If that's your scenario, or you are the head of this family and there's just some difficulties, you just need help. I'm a man's man just like you, but I got a heart of gold. I'm very patient because I want to see your family do well. Why am I spending so much time? I got off a few minutes ago. I'm doing this. I make sacrifices in the morning to do this live in the morning because I know that there are some men out there that need what I'm saying. There's some fathers out there, some young fathers that you are afraid because you don't know how to raise your child because your father didn't raise you and you're trying to figure it out on your own. You're trying to do it on your own. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your father wasn't there. I'm sorry that he never called you. I'm sorry he never came to none of your games. He didn't come to your graduation. But I'm telling you, if you got a child out there, don't neglect them. Don't put them to the side. Don't do what they did to you. Change the narrative. Change your future for your child. Get into your child's life. I know you can do it. I believe in you. You hear me, brother? I believe in you. This is not Father's Day. This is not June yet. I'm speaking to the fathers because it's needed. And if you know that you need some help with that, and you want to reconnect to your child, you've been away for a while, and you're saying it's time for me to get back to my child, but your child is having some difficulty understanding where you've been and all those things, and you just need some help. You just need some tips. You need some direction. Let me help you. Let me help you. I want you to click on my link. I want you, brother, to click on my link and sign up for your free 30-minute consultation call because I'm here to help you. I'm serious. I'm here to help you reconnect to your child, to your family. Get back in that family. Get back to her if that's what it takes. Apologize. Tell her you were wrong for leaving her and the child and get back into that family because you are the king, but you got to take your crown back and you got to step up. You got to step in And it's never too late. As long as you got breath in your body, you can do it. So I just want to encourage you. Sorry if I took so long. If I offended somebody, I apologize. But when it comes down to families, I can't apologize for too much because a lot of families are suffering. They're suffering. And I'm tired of seeing families suffering and never doing nothing about it. I'm tired of seeing families falter because nobody's doing nothing about it. Let me help you. I'm here. I'm present. I'm ready. Listen, let me end right there. So let me say this to you. I have this free registration only Zoom tonight at 7 p.m. sharp. We're talking about how to fix damaged relationships with words, better communication. If you messed up, you want to make things, like even with you, man, if you want to make things right with her, if you want to make things right with your child, if you want to make things right with your grandchild, you want to make things right with your family, I want to give you these things that's going to help you. Let me do this. Let me help you. I am your bridge gapper. I am your family restoration specialist. I'll see you everybody. I'll see everybody tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Listen, guys, I love you. Have a wonderful and blessed day.